Alright guys, welcome back here to LJ Reactions. Again, sorry about last night guys, I told you guys that I was at work. I work on Sunday, so I'm not able to do live reactions to WWE pay-per-views as of right now due to my work schedule change due to the winter schedule. My NXT live reaction was up on the channel due to Vince McMahon decided to block it. But I had the live reaction to this show. Thank you guys who did come in to watch the stream Saturday night. And to me, if you guys didn't see the stream, best match to me was Velveteen Dream versus Tommaso Ciampa, and Black versus Gargano was great too. And then War Games match was good, but I liked last year's a little bit better. But this year's was, of course, it was still good. As far as last night, guys, I want to give you guys a quick recap of last night, what I thought of it when I got home. Watched some of it at work, and I watched the two major matches when I got back home. Show overall, Vince McMahon, that's how you feel about Smackdown, bro? A clean sweep. The pre-show match didn't even count, Vince. So, the show overall, I know I've seen some people say this is the best main roster pay-per-view of the year, Survivor Series. Honest opinion, I mean, there was only two good matches, but would you say those were the two best matches of the main roster this year? We don't count NXT. Again, NXT is its own separate brand. I can see where people are coming from, again, because SummerSlam was WrestleMania was trash. Hell in a Cell was okay. I don't count none of those shows over there and overseas. Those don't even count to me. It's pay-per-views. They're just money grabs. So I don't even count them as pay-per-views. I can see where some people are coming from, I guess, yeah. Main roster-wise, but the show still was trash. The two matches that we cared about seeing the most, they delivered in their own ways. Everything else was trash. The tag team match on the pre-show it's on the pre-show. Vince didn't even count it as a win for SmackDown. That was the only match SmackDown won the whole night, and Vince didn't even count it as a win on the board. So that tells you what Vince McMahon thought about the match. Rollins Nakamura, I felt that match suffered due to people were waiting. Where's Dean Ambrose at? Is Dean Ambrose going to come out? Is Dean Ambrose coming out? And then that's why they didn't kind of get into the match until the very end. Rollins and Nakamura could do way better. Of course, they could do way better, but then again, it's the main roster. They're going to handcuff people. Tag team match was AOP against Cesaro and Sheamus was trash. Cruiserweight title match was pretty good. Cruiserweight title match was pretty good. Women's tag team match, like we thought was going to happen. Nia Jax will be the last person. She'll be the sole survivor, of course. But they're actually getting heat on her, which is, I guess she's embracing it. So hey, embrace the heat. I'm trying to see anything else before we get to the main points. Yeah, that's really it. Let's get to the main points that we cared about. Let's get we're gonna touch on Daniel Bryan and Nakamura. No, we're gonna touch on Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar first. We'll save Charlotte and Ronda later because that to me was more interested in that, honestly. Bryan Lesnar. Now, first of all, people, we'll just break it down basic for you guys. Daniel Bryan came out as a heel. He didn't do the whole yes chant stuff. Brock comes out, looks like a babyface, right? Didn't Daniel Bryan turn heel pretty much on SmackDown and attacked AJ Styles and beat him and then totally didn't embrace the yes chants on SmackDown? Who books this shit? You have Daniel Bryan look like a sympathetic babyface. He just turned heel on SmackDown. You have Brock Lesnar kicking his ass the whole entire match. You have the crowd booing Brock Lesnar saying same old shit. Then when Daniel Bryan makes his comeback, the crowd goes crazy and is cheering for Daniel Bryan to win. Didn't he not just turn heel on SmackDown? Who books this shit, man? You having the crowd to get behind Daniel Bryan and he just turned heel. Who books this shit, man? But besides that, the match was pretty much, I would say, is a pretty much copy and paste of Lesnar AJ Styles. Because again, Daniel Bryan does not work like AJ Styles in certain aspects, but it pretty much was a copy paste of Lesnar AJ Styles from last year. But again, that was Brock Lesnar's best match of the whole year. So this is going to be Brock Lesnar's best match of the whole year. Again, we'll try to bypass them making Bryan look as a baby face. You know he's a heel. But the match, okay, the first 10 minutes of the match, of course, is Brock Lesnar kicking Bryan's ass. Some of those German suplexes, I was like, holy shit. Like, I kind of worried for Daniel Bryan in the aspect. Like, this dude just came back 2 years removed from having you not clearing him to wrestle. You throw him out there against Brock Lesnar. Some of those damn suplexes, I was like, holy shit. I actually kind of worried about Daniel Bryan being injured here, but If he was selling the shit out of it though. He was selling the shit out of it. The match overall, I was kind of pissed that Bryan didn't win because I'm like, SmackDown got their ass kicked the whole fucking night. You're like, you know what? I mean, were they gonna have Dan Bryan beat Brock Lesnar? I mean, you just got your ass kicked the whole night. They needed some type of win, right? And then Brock Lesnar ends up winning. So I was like, damn it. And then nothing happened at the end of the show. So where are they gonna go from here? Now we know Braun Strowman was told by Steph McMahon. He said, if Team Raw wins, you get to pick your stipulation against Baron Corbin at TLC, and you get your rematch against Brock Lesnar. So that's what guess where they're gonna go. And I don't expect Brock Lesnar to work TLC. Of course not. Guess the next time we'll see him is the Royal Rumble. So we're pretty much gonna have Strowman, not in the Rumble match, challenging Brock Lesnar again. Now listen here, people. Braun Strowman better fucking win. Because again, he's lost to Roman Reigns about what? 2 times. He's lost to Brock Lesnar 2 times. And I also was saying, this would be a perfect time for a cash-in. Oh wait, Braun Strowman already used his cash-in. Because last night, I mean, there was nothing that happened besides the Charlotte Flair heel turn. That would have been a perfect time, again, for a cash-in right there. But of course not. No cash-in. Because Braun Strowman wastes it on Roman Reigns. It doesn't even get... The match didn't even end in the Hell in a Cell match. Again, this other thing's stupid. But, again, Bryan did his best. I was kind of pissed he didn't win. Because, I mean, like, Brock does not need to fucking win. Okay? He's going to go ahead and face Braun Strowman again at Royal Rumble. He doesn't need to win here, people. But Bryan did a great job selling those German suplexes. He had a great comeback in the match. And it's going to be Lesnar's best match of the whole year. Again, people, mark my words. Bryan did a great job. He's going to go against face AJ Styles in a TLC match, which should be a good match. But again, is the main roster. They handcuff people, but they should have a good match at TLC. Now, as far as the only thing I really cared about, besides that, on this show, my girl, you boo the woo, screw you, as she would say. Alright, so, let's just get down to the match first, and we get to the heel turn later. The match between Ronda and Charlotte. Again, this is probably Ronda's best one-on-one match. Again, her match with Nia Jax was pretty damn good, too. Earlier this year. But Ronda, I guess it happened to be actually in the ring with a real wrestler. They can bring out the best in you. And I thought Ronda and Charlotte were having, again, Michael Cole said it was a 5-star match, Charlotte. What are you doing? I would say it was a 5-star match. I would say it probably was it was ticking to, at that point it was probably ticking to a 3.5. Now, again, everything comes down to the ending and what happens at the end of the match. But at that point where Charlotte got DQ'd, it was probably at a 3.5 in my opinion. But again, it was Ronda Rousey's best match on the main show. No question so far. Now, we all know what happened. Nia Jax injures Becky Lynch, and then Becky has to choose a replacement, so she chose Charlotte. Now, this is going to be probably like a 10-minute video part, this right here, people. This part here. But where are they going to go forward? The heel turn. Now, people are saying, you're trying to turn Becky into a heel, but she's a babyface because we all got behind Becky Lynch. We love Becky Lynch. Am I charging my phone? I'm charging my phone. You were trying to turn Becky into a heel, but we love Becky Lynch as a babyface. Okay, so now I heard some people online saying what they did with Charlotte was what they're going to do with Becky Lynch. I don't think they were going to do that. I think it probably went to a no contest if Becky was in the match. Okay, now Ronda Rousey, no sell. Let's get down to it. All right, so Charlotte and Ronda were having a great match at the point. So going into the match, I was like, they can have neither of these women lose the match here because you know how they love Charlotte. They're not going to have Charlotte take a pin unless they like really have to. You know what I'm saying? So, and Ronda Rousey got to stay undefeated. She's got to stay undefeated. So, all right. I think at this point in the match, Charlotte had just got out of a armbar, rolls out to the outside of the ring. Ronda's looking to Charlotte was she was still selling her armbar from Ronda Rousey, and she was breaking the count. So Ronda's like, oh no shit, bitch, you can't keep going back outside and taking a rest. So she comes outside to get Charlotte back in the ring, and then bam, Charlotte uses the kendo stick, and she's beating the living shit out of Ronda Rousey. I was like, yo, Ronda is earning her paycheck tonight. So right now, Charlotte is beating the hell out of Ronda Rousey with the kendo stick, like breaking the shit over her back. Okay, then she gets her back in the ring, beats her up again more with the kendo stick. And then Charlotte goes to get a steel chair. She hits Ronda with some steel chair shots to the back like Becky Lynch. And then she does the cane thing where Kane would put the chair over your neck and then step on it, try to crush your throat. She does that shit. Crowd's going crazy for Charlotte. They're cheering Charlotte. They're chanting, "You deserve it," towards Ronda Rousey, which is kind of weird. I'm like, you guys already turning your back on Ronda Rousey? Listen, to me, Ronda's done, as a newcomer to this sport, she's done pretty damn good. Like, why are you guys chanting, "You deserve it," towards Ronda Rousey? It's kind of weird to me, but whatever. It's an LA crowd. LA can do what the hell they want to do because LA, you know what I'm saying? But Charlotte goes up to the ramp. She's got this crazy look on her face. The crowd's going again, chanting for Charlotte. Woo, 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 woo. All this shit. Ronda, you deserve it. Ronda no-sells it. Gets up. Tells the doctors and referees, "I don't need you guys' help." She's going up to the ramp. The crowd's still chanting, "You deserve it." Nah, 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 nah. Bye, bye, bye. All this shit. You're chanting towards Ronda Rousey. Ronda turns to look back at the crowd like this look on her face like, "Are you guys seriously booing me and chanting, 'I deserve this'?" Ronda goes to the back. Alright, where the fuck did they go from here? Now, before this whole match even started, we all were saying, okay, some way, somehow, Becky Lynch is going to drop the belt, whatever. She's going to come back and win the Royal Rumble. It'll be Becky versus Ronda at WrestleMania. Now, here, people. There's this other crazy idea that's just twirling people's mind about this. 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen. Alright. Well, I'd like to see that. First of all, guys, Charlotte's now a heel. We have to see how Becky is when she comes back in. When Becky comes back, she's gonna be fucking white hot. Like, how are you gonna get to the point where you're gonna turn Sasha, Bayley, and Becky into a heel with Charlotte Flair against Ronda's three other women on NXT right now? How are you gonna get to that? How are you going to get to that? If that's what you guys are thinking is going to happen. Now, in my book, what would I do? This is going to be a tough decision to do this, but this is like what's been going on in my mind since last night. Thinking about, like, what the fuck would I do with Charlotte right now and Ronda? Okay. First of all, this is what I would do. Becky Lynch, right now, I would keep Becky on Smackdown as a champion. Because I have this weird feeling this is not going to be the last time they're going to wrestle, Charlotte and Ronda. I think this is what they're probably going to do. At worst case, this is what they do at Mania. Becky Lynch faces Shayna Baszler. Becky versus Shayna Baszler. You have Sasha and Bayley versus the other 2 women of the 4 horsewomen. So you have Becky versus Baszler. I'll have Shayna Baszler come up after the Royal Rumble. Have Baszler lose her belt back to Kairi Sane. And then Baszler comes up, and then she challenges Becky Lynch. Then again, you have the 2 other women of the 4 horsewomen versus Becky. Against Sasha and Bayley, the other 2. I think Charlotte's gonna win the Women's Royal Rumble. After last night, there's no way. Vince McMahon's probably backstage like jerking the fuck off to this idea. Okay, so I think Charlotte's gonna win the Royal Rumble, and she's gonna challenge Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. So you covered the whole thing right there. Again, you have Baszler versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ronda versus Charlotte. Charlotte wins the Royal Rumble. Charlotte versus Ronda at WrestleMania. Then you have the other 2 women, the 4th woman versus Banks and Bayley. That's worst case. That's the worst case scenario. I mean, that's not a bad scenario. Yeah, we would rather have... But after last night, Vince McMahon's going to do Charlotte versus Ronda again. Because again, right now, Ronda's going to face Nia Jax at TLC. So that covers TLC. And then at the Royal Rumble, who would you have Ronda face at the Royal Rumble? You see what I'm saying? You're probably going to have worst case maybe be Ruby Riott faces on Ronda at Royal Rumble. That's worst case. I mean, that's not a bad idea what I just gave you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you're trying to accommodate all the 4 horsewomen. Because you're not just going to have 4 horsewomen versus them at WrestleMania. Because again, you would want to defend the SmackDown Women's title and the Raw Women's Championship. You're not going to have both of them in the match. None of them on the line at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? But that's worst case scenario. I mean, that's not a bad scenario to me again. Charlotte versus Ronda. Charlotte wins the Royal Rumble. Baszler comes up, challenges Becky Lynch. The other 2 women versus Sasha and Bayley. It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. But again, overall the show Survivor Series, again, if you want to call it the best main roster show of the year for pay-per-view, you would go ahead call it that. But the overall show was only, again, it was a 2-match show. 2 out of 5 matches are not going to save a show for me. Okay? NXT has everything that you want. Every single match of NXT TakeOver, again, I was interested. Every match. match. Every match was interesting. Main roster wise, again, Nakamura and Rollins suffered from a where's Dean Ambrose? You know what I'm saying? And then again, Charlotte and Ronda was good. Brock and Bryan was good. That's it. Nothing else I cared about. So again, you guys comment down below. What'd you think of Survivor Series? Don't forget to like the video. Comment down below. Catch you guys tomorrow for some more recaps of Monday Night Raw.
Punch on the real, make the beat, you know.